Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Mob Psycho 100 Season 3 Episode 12 called Confession, The Future. The last episode of Mob.
I can't believe it.
It has been a ride.
I feel like, and I say this slightly cheeky, but after watching this anime that we're in the anime world now.
Ooh.
Like I kind of feel like this one made fun of other anime, like you had to watch it.
I don't keep saying that, but I'm like, I'm just going with it, but sure.
Well, it plays off the different tropes of the mainstream ones, I feel like. I feel like if you're an anime, Mob is the one, it's like, if you know, you know. Like, that's how you tell. That would be my guess as to an anime like this. Like, if you didn't like Mob, you're not an anime fan.
Well, says the guy who's watched like 3 anime ever.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we're getting into it. Like
He's an expert now.
Getting into the community, like for real.
I'll take that title. Anime guru. Okay, well, that's a little extreme. Anyway, we need to see what happens here. I can't believe we're at the end. So last episode, we saw Boss Man come try to reason with Mob. At the end, ended up, instead of repaying the favor that Mob did to him, chose his son.
Very few people are willing to self-sacrifice for somebody else.
Ooh, so he's out of the picture. We saw, the Body Improvement Club come and try to make an attempt. Ritsu. Oh my gosh, Ritsu, yes. Reagan is on his way. Reagan and Serizawa were about to enter the picture when it ended last episode. Mob having the internal fight with himself.
His self-struggle is cracking, heading towards absolute power.
So
good.
The imagery is incredible. As we predicted, everybody whose lives he has, impacted are coming to his aid, which is so beautiful. So I am very curious to see how this wraps up.
Do you think, and I'm terrible with the names, the girl,
Tsubome?
Yeah. Do you think Tsubome is the one who is going to finally get through to him? Because the other Mob is like, my only focus and desire is this, because that's where you are going. Is she going to be the one?
You mean the power Mob?
Yes. That can snap him out. Like, this is not.
I think it will be so perfect if it's Reagan.
I don't disagree.
I don't know. She has played such a small role in this anime. She's like always been lurking. I feel like it has to be Reagan.
Fair. But I was just thinking, like, that's the sole purpose of that other Mob, as he stated it. Like, that is his desire fixed onto that. So I'm wondering if that's going to play a part in the conclusion, but I could be wrong.
Adam's probably right. Bring me some tears. Bring me some heavy-hitting lessons. I'm ready. We need to close out this chapter with a bang. So let's get started. As we say goodbye to Mob, Mob Psycho 100, Season 3, Episode 12 is coming right now.
このままじゃ本当にここに来るじゃん。どうしよう。こうなっちゃったら仕方ないか。
I love that she's gonna wait.
あんなに声が震えてたんだもんね。
Little does she know the tornado's coming for her.
これがモブの力なのか？おそらく自分の意志じゃなくて何かのショックが原因で暴走してしまってるんだと思います。芹沢、それって特別なことか？はい？俺はそうじゃないと思う。どうした芹沢？すいませんレーゲンさん、引き返しましょう。ここまで来てどうした？俺のエネルギーがすごい勢いで奪われてるみたいで、このままじゃレーゲンさんを守ることもできません。急いでここを離れないと。なら先に戻っててくれ。え？ ここから先は一人で大丈夫だ。大丈夫なわけないでしょう。モブと二人で話したいことがあるんだ。俺一人で行かせてくれ。レーゲンさん。
You gotta admire Reagan's got some stones.
Mother just cares about mom so much.
Only one.
このままつぼみちゃんの元に行っちゃダメだ。こんな姿を見られたら。こんな姿だからこそつぼみちゃんに見てもらう必要がある。その上で受け入れてもらえれば僕は幸せだ。つぼみちゃんが僕の力に興味がなくなってからモブは力を使わなくなった。でもそれは間違ってたんだ。好きな人のために自分が変わるのは自然なことじゃないの？違う。相手がつぼみちゃんの場合はなんで好きになったかを思い出せばいい。仲が良かったから。違う。つぼみちゃんは超能力を使える僕を特別扱いしなかったんだ。僕とモブを一人の友達として仲良くしてくれた。向き合ってくれたから。つぼみちゃんを本当に好きになったのはお前じゃない。僕だ。
モブ！モブ！おい！モブ！聞こえるか？
あの人は師匠は僕のことを特別扱いなんてしない。気づかないふりはもうやめろよ。あの人は嘘つきだ。
モブ！
師匠には何度も助けられてきた。それは利用できるからだよ。あの人は僕の力を仕事に使うことにしか興味がない。そういう意味で僕を一番特別扱いしてたのはあの人だ。僕とあの人の関係はそれだけなんだ。でももう大丈夫。他人が僕を飼いならすことはできない。本当の姿を知ればあの人も。見なよ、あの驚いた顔。ほら、もう僕を怖がってる。ここに近づけもしない。
モブ！モブ！戻ってこい！知らなかった。これがお前の抱えていたものなのか。それを俺は知らなかった。知らなかったんだ。
師匠、
すまない。
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there.
Hit me.
No, you hit me.
You first.
Not gonna fight a girl, so just stop.
Hit me and not feel bad about it.
I feel like what we're seeing with the Reagan discussion is kind of what I struggle with Reagan, is the great things he does. I really like him, like the real mob. And then he's a liar, he's a manipulator, whatever is how I feel, what Power Mob is saying. So I'm understanding that, the two sides of that coin. I'm curious what you think about the Tsubomi.
Okay, before we go there, what do you think Reagan is apologizing for?
My instinct is that he's apologizing for not seeing Mob as a whole. He felt that he had to hide parts of himself around him, or that he wasn't comfortable enough around him to let him see his full self. What do you think? Because yours is going to be more profound.
His language of, I had no idea what you were holding in, makes me think that he felt bad about having Mob use his powers for his gain, not realizing that he's always having this internal struggle about keeping it in control. That was my instinct when I heard that. Because he knows he's getting the best of him to help him solve these cases, make his living. But I don't think he realized the toll it takes to keep that in check. What do I think? I think the theme of acceptance is interesting.
Well, as soon as he said she accepted you, I was like, you thought the 100% would be acceptance, and I'm like, dang, I'm right again.
And it's interesting that she was accepting of the powers, and it was interesting that Mob stopped using them when she was no longer interested. So was it he was using them to be friends with her because she liked them, because it felt good to use but be himself with her? I'm very curious to see how that conversation goes. I'm assuming they're gonna talk.
Well, he's heading right to her. If she doesn't blow away, there could be a conversation.
I think she'll be okay.
The only thing that doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah.
Mob! Mate!
I love the art in this.
Oh my goodness, he's like a ninja. Oh dear. How is he still alive? Great song, by the way.
And yet, again, Mob inspired somebody to be better.
Oh. Take him down, tackle him. He won't be able to absorb Raiden's powers.
Really established.
Okay, never mind.
少し話を聞け。
ダメだ。この人の話を聞いたら僕はせっかく自由になったんだ。
Keep trying.
I mean, he gave that everything he could. You couldn't ask for anything more than that. My other question for you about this is, do you think Reigen knows him the best? Out of all of the characters that we've come across, do you think he's the one who understands him the most? Not completely, but the most.
I feel like an argument can be made for that because Mob often goes to Reigen when he needs help or is confused about something, so I feel like Reigen has potentially seen him at his most vulnerable.
And maybe in the most different situations.
When I was like, he won't absorb Reigen's powers, yes, he doesn't have any, but I thought that like everybody who's like come in contact with that power mob has been like destroyed, and I was like, he'll be the only one that can like get through and like keep hold, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think if a fraction of the old mob had been left, that would have been enough. He was just a little too late. In your eyes, does that scene, is that the true Reigen? Or is the shyster Reigen the true Reigen? Or is he just all of those things, but does that action make him worthwhile to you? Do
No,
you know
he's
what I'm
always
saying?
been worthwhile to me. There's just been the shyster side that just rears its head every now and then that drives me crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like as we've watched the show, him in particular has balanced, like, sometimes you're like, Reagan's the best, and sometimes you're like, it doesn't, he's been on a scale for you, I think. That's my impression of 3 seasons worth of Mom.
I think in a situation like that where it's legit life or death, it would have been very easy for him to walk away and be like, no, this is too much. Like, I'm gonna die or get injured or whatever. But like, the fact that he tried in this situation when it got real, I think that shows who he really is.
Do you know what it made me think of? Normally, if I do something or like I get like kind of hurt or I do something dumb, like you laugh at me and then you check if I'm all right. But if it's something like serious, you're on it like right away. That's what that reminded me of. It's like, this is actually serious, it's go time. Otherwise, I'm gonna enjoy my laughs.
もうすぐ会える。
なあモブ、
Oh, yes, Reagan.
ずっとお前に言えなかったことがあるんだよ。
まさかこの人にこんな力が。
今のお前にこそ伝えたいんだ。つぼみちゃんに会う前にな。よう、元気そうじゃねえか。久しぶりだね。死んでよ。
Mom!
Are you kidding? It's Dimple.
That's what I meant.
We've been praying for this.
I
Oh my
can't
gosh,
tell you.
Dimple possessed Reagan so they can work together.
I am 10 out of 10 excited and happy right now.
So
and I know I
excited
yelled,
you got the wrong name.
but I knew who it was. This is perfect.
Oh my gosh, this is what I was hoping for.
Perfect. I'm not gonna lie, for a split second there, I thought Reagan actually had
So did
powers.
I. And I was like, see, this just proves what friendship can do.
Okay, here we go.
死んげよ。お前が心の中で俺様を待ち続けたおかげで、なんとか消滅せずに済んだみてえだ。そんでこの力の渦に引き寄せられて、また戻ってこれたってことだ。相棒、レーゲンの話も聞いてやろうぜ。
そこでたまたまエクボと会ったんだ。おかげで間に合った。
おい、悠長に構えてる余裕はねえぞ。俺様だって存在維持するだけでギリギリなんだ。
ああ、そうみたいだな。エクボ、助けてくれたところ悪いが、席を外してくれないか。
はあ？お前一人でどうするっつんだよ。
Hug him.
分かったよ。喧嘩すんじゃねえぞ。
モブ、俺にはな、霊能力も超能力も何の力もないんだ。
I just wanted to let you know
持っ
that.
てないんだよ。嘘、最初から嘘だったんだ。ちょっと失礼。これでしょうかな。俺はよく嘘をつく。客にもお前にもな。初めてお前が事務所に来た日、俺は嘘をついた。
お前の悩みを知った気で相談に乗った。お前は俺を簡単に信じた。だからあの日から今日までずっと利用し続けてきたんだ。俺本当は何も知らねえんだ、超能力のこと。これが俺の正体だ。今まで支障ずらしてすまなかったな。だけど最後にもう少し言わせてくれ。お前だけが特別なわけじゃない。二面性なんて誰にでもある。俺にも。だからそんなに悩むな。いや、悩んでもいいか。それもまた当たり前のことだ。ここだけの話、俺は隠してる本当の姿が大嫌いなんだが、俺には嘘があったからお前と知り合えたわけだし、モブもその力があったから今のお前があるんじゃないか。要するにだ、お前はそのままでいい。もう俺がいなくても大丈夫だ。大丈夫。そろそろ受け入れてやれ、自分を。お前なら、モブならそれができるってことを俺は知ってる。
師匠がそう言ってる。
I think that, and this is actually something you tell me,
I don't even know what he's gonna say. I'm nervous.
vulnerability is the best way to tear down barriers and make a connection. I've watched you do it time and time again. It's hard for you to connect with people because you're so...
He's gonna make me cry. The episode isn't gonna make me cry, but he's gonna make me cry.
Well, it's hard for people sometimes to relate or connect to you because you're so elite. Your habits are elite, you're successful. It's sometimes hard to connect because of that. And your ability to be vulnerable and talk to people about the things that you struggle with allow you to connect with those people and to do incredible things with them because of that, like in your partnerships and things like that. And that's what this made me think of. You know, Reagan probably has never said that to anybody. I'm sure it was therapeutic for him as well.
Even though everybody knows it, he was keeping up the facade. But did Mom know it? We don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is how many times has that happened where other people know you better than you know yourself until you're willing to accept those parts that you don't want to, that you want to pretend don't exist or that you try and push down. And I think it's so cool that Reagan accepting himself is getting through to Mob and being vulnerable about that. You were right.
Well, I was right about that part, that Reagan would get through to him. The crazy thing is, as soon as he said that, the tornado stopped. I was like, this is all it required, was just like knock down that front that he has up, and then it's just like, okay, I'll hear you out. You know what I mean?
Did you realize his hair stayed the same though? So he's now coming together as both people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
あんたが僕を受け入れてくれるっていうのか。いや、君にも僕を受け入れてほしいんだ。みんながそうしてくれたように。それで
I have goosebumps.
本当に戻ろう、あの頃みたいに。待って、振られちゃったらどうなる？僕は大丈夫だよ。さあ行こう。
Come on. And the flowers. There's only one left.
I hope he's gonna put that back together afterwards.
Put what back together?
The city.
Oh.
Dimple's 100% gonna go lurk.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy Dimple was okay.
これからどうすんだ？
さあな。お前こそなんか色薄くなってないか？
あ、戻ってきたぞ。
いなかったか。
そりゃそうだよな。
振られた。
何？ちゃんと待ってたのかよ。
僕のことをまだ異性として見たことがないって。
そうか。まあそういう時もあるって。そうだよ。待ってただけマシじゃねえか。これからだよ、これから。はい。あとはまあこの町なんとか直さねえとな。何心配いらねえって、みんな手伝ってくれるだろう。ああほら、前にお前んち直してくれたやついただろ。あいつも呼んでさ。
Might need more than one guy.
俺は芹沢呼ぶからさ。ああ芹沢、ああ無事問題ない。それより今からちょっと来てくれる？
I mean, it would have been pretty perfect if she said yes too. I like that they kept that little bit of reality. I like that we saw him get upset and cry.
Well, I was gonna say, that's the important part, right? He hasn't been able to emote because he's afraid of losing control, and now he gets to have that normal experience.
He's just been deadpan this whole time because all of his powers, especially in season 1 and partially season 2, would come out with negative emotion, and so never really letting himself go there. But we saw his first outward expression of emotion, and everything was okay because he felt like he could.
And if anybody tells you they haven't been rejected, they're lying. That's a normal experience. I actually think that's the perfect ending.
Well, I think we still have a couple minutes left, so I'm like, where do we go from here?
I meant to wrapping that piece up. Like it would have been
that, like the couple tears at the end, or it's just like so much was said in just such a simple few frames. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay.
I'm with the wind.
He's gonna do it.
また年末開けといてくれ。今年は私も行くからよろしくね。
楽しみだね。
また来ますかね、UFO。
間違いない。来るよ。
行くかい。行くかい。
A girl, a couple girls.
行くかい。
君たちが入部してもう半年が経ったね。みんなだいぶ走れるようになった。
僕も去年はすぐ貧血になってたんだけど、ここまで頑張れたのは仲間のおかげだから、みんなもきつい時は助け合ってね。はい。最近はどう？副会長ってやっぱり大変？
やる気次第かな。前任の先輩たちが意欲的だったってことがよく分かったよ。兄さんはどう？副部長。
Vice Captain。
多くて楽しいよ。来週は武蔵先輩たちとトレーニング合宿行くんだ。あ、そうだ。
弟くんはなかなか見込みのある筋肉をしていたぞ。一緒にどうだ、影山。
って言ってたけど。
いや、僕は副会長の仕事がかなり大変だ。
They're sharing telepathy.
しとくよ。大丈夫？うん。気をつけて。
They're not using their powers at all.
お、よかった。
何やってるの兄さ
ん。いや、影山兄弟。
てるさん、
久しぶりだ
ね。
花沢くんもこれから行くところ？
うん、一緒に行こうよ。
It's got the flow going.
Looks good.
また買い物でもどう？この間ハゲモンの新作も出たみたいだから。
いいね、行こ
う。またあの T シャツを？今度こそ止めないと。ちゃんと兄さんの好きな服を着た方がいいよって言うんだ。兄さん。
リツも行きたいの？ハゲモンの新作。
いや、僕は副会長の仕事があるから。
あの T シャツ結構気に入ってるんだ。
そうかい？
お邪魔します。
あ、来た来た。
3人ともよく来てくれたね。まあまあ、座って。
She enter?
I think so.
お電話ありがとうございます。例とか相談所です。
Spirits and such.
That's what it's been called the whole time.
I just find it funny.
この大黒柱だからね。
いえいえ。
私もここでバイト始めて半年よ。だいぶそれっぽくなってきたでしょ。で、どうなの最近、彼女さんとは。
彼女じゃないですよ。振られたんだから。
たまに電話してるみたいです。
あら、いいじゃない。
リツ？
倉田部長来ました。あ、他にも誰か入り口にいますよ。
お客さんじゃないかな？
え？
僕が呼んだんだ。
あ、俺も知り合い呼んじゃったけど平気だよね。
よー、水沢、元気にやってたか？
But the whole crew.
鈴木。
おお、リツ、久しぶりだな。
来た来た。
倉田部長、もうすぐ来ちゃいます。
オーケー、じゃあみんな隠れて。
Is it Reagan's birthday?
Oh my gosh. You guys, if it's his birthday.
ただのケツアゴのおっさんじゃねえか。除霊しろってしつこいから適当に塩まいてきてぜ。
お前がやってるのにいつもそんなんだけどな。
電気消えてる。おーい、芹沢。とめちゃんいないのか？
What a perfect way to finish
おめで
it.
とうございます。レーゲン師匠。
モブ。消してください。あれ？お前目赤くね？
え？レーゲンさん泣きそうなんですか？
And if he does, it's okay.
気が利く秘書でしょ。時給上げてよね。
やべえ！俺のケーキが！
おい、誰だ今やったのは。
なんだ残念、泣くとこ見たかったのにな。
これから依頼に来るんだぞ。
そうだっけ？
お前ら手伝ってもらうからな。
Oh, that was the perfect ending.
It really was.
A little glimmer of tear in my eye at the end because if we remember back to season 2, Reagan got into all that trouble because it was his birthday and like literally nobody remembered. That final frame of Mom laughing, I honestly don't think it could be better. We talked about how he was finally able to show his emotions and cry, but we have also never seen him just experience true joy, and so to have that final visual of him just happy.
I don't know what to say because this was so well done. I think back to the first 4 episodes when we started this anime.
A little dicey. We almost quit.
It was just so different from anything
People
else.
were real mad when we didn't like the first couple episodes. A few people were very mad, not everybody.
But you know what? You'll always get our honest opinion.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, to be fair. And I will also say, I am so happy that you encouraged us to continue and that we stuck it out because this anime is like, I don't know if it is like a hidden gem or what, or where it ranks in like popularity, but oh my goodness.
So I think no matter what we say, it's it's not going to be enough.
No.
This is like a book you read in English where you have to do an essay. Like, it requires mulling over.
So if you wanted to write an essay about Mob, just take all of Adam's points and he wrote it for you because, wow.
A couple thoughts. One is that might be the best written anime we've watched. Now, we've watched a ton. I loved Haikyuu.
A ton. We have not watched a ton.
Okay. We watched some really good ones, like the character development and the relatability to Haikyuu for us specifically because, you know, it has the volleyball element, you know, really good, you know, a little niche. Run with the Wind, same thing. Good characters, good stories, but the thing that gets me is the themes in Mob are applicable to everybody.
It transcends so
age,
yeah.
Just accepting yourself, all of those little good versus evil, power versus not, so many topics that are done in a way that makes you think, but it's also fun to engage with. Mob covers some, like if you really think about it, it covers some heavy topics, but it never feels that way. And just the dynamic of characters with Dimple and Reagan and the Body Improvement Club, and all of whom on their own are outrageous characters. But there's always this essence of truth to each of them. I can't say enough good things about Mob. I thought that by the end, the animation style just lent its way into the story and how it's presented.
I didn't even think twice about it.
No,
Where does this rank in the anime that you have watched so far? We know we're still beginners, but where does this rank as far as like your favorite ones? So which series have we watched? Haikyuu, Run with the Wind,
Awashi,
Ping Pong, Yuri on
Slayer,
Ice,
Yuri on Ice,
Demon Slayer.
Frieren.
We're almost done season 1 of Frieren.
What's the other one?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. We also did the
Wolf Children, My Neighbor Totoro.
There was another
Your
anime
Name.
with the girl with the hands.
Oh, Violet Evergarden.
Violet Evergarden.
Oh my gosh. I can't answer this question, so don't ask me. I'm just asking Adam.
Haikyuu will always have a special place in my heart. It was the first anime I ever watched. It has some sentimental value to me for other reasons. I think this might be the most well done in terms of just the sheer artistic writing. I've enjoyed watching a lot of the anime, but there's just more to this one than just watch. Like Demon Slayer, it's such a good kind of easy watch. Mob wasn't always easy to watch, but it was always rewarding. I would say it's probably in my top 3 right now.
I just can't believe that it's over.
No.
I'm sad.
What about Mob in High School? Is there a Mob in High School
I know,
anime?
I'm so sad, but I'm so glad that you guys suggested this. I am so glad that we got to experience it. I think the way it ended was so perfect. I'm glad Dimple came back. Like, to just see some full circle moments there at the end and how everything happened, I think it's perfect. So
I have a question. Most of our community, I believe, has watched Mob. So what is another anime that would be similar to Mob? Like if we wanted to, I know Sarah's already put the poll up and everything else, but if we wanted to watch something like kind of in this vein with this same feeling, what would you guys recommend? I'm curious.
let us know.
Yeah.
But thank you again for this recommendation. We loved this so much. It was nice to experience something different, new animation style. So love you guys, but let us know your thoughts. I know you will have a lot to say about this, so thank you. And check out some of our other anime. We'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and like check out, you know, Frieren or Yuri on Ice or something like that. And we will see you very soon. Bye.